Atlanta mayoral hopeful Mary Norwood had seen this movie before, a nail-biting runoff election where she came up short by just a few hundred votes. 8 years ago, she was defeated by Atlanta's current mayor, Qasim Reed, by only 714 votes. In the sequel, also co-starring Norwood, Keisha Lance Bottoms, a protege of Reed, declared herself the city's new leader early Wednesday, and Norwood trailed by just 759, out of 92,169 votes cast. But the race remained too close to call, leaving voters in suspense over whether the city will extend its run of black leaders or get its first white chief executive in more than 40 years. The runoff between Bottoms, who is black, and Norwood, who is white, was seen as a test of the staying power of the city's long dominant black political leadership amid profound demographic and economic changes. Both women are Atlanta City Council members. Norwood calls herself an independent and Bottoms is Reed's chosen successor. A victory for Bottoms, 47, would continue a run of African American mayors that began with Maynard Jackson in the mid-1970s. A win for Norwood, 65, would give Atlanta its first ever white female mayor, and end the Democratic Party's hold on an office it has held without interruption since 1879. Though the race has yet to be officially called, Bottoms spoke early Wednesday at an Atlanta hotel with Reed by her side, telling supporters, "I am so honored to be your 60th mayor." She added, "For all the little girls out there who need somebody to believe that you are better than your circumstances, I want you all to remember that black girl magic is real." But at another rally a couple of miles away, Norwood said that absentee ballots from military members were yet to be counted, and she believes some other ballots have yet to be tabulated. "We will be asking for a recount," Norwood said. Bottoms led Norwood by a margin of less than 1%, the threshold where the second-place finisher can request a recount under state law. A half-century after white flight triggered sprawl that fueled legendary traffic jams, Atlanta is booming economically and growing at a breakneck pace, with townhouses and apartments going up all over town. Parts of the city are more diverse, younger, and wealthier than they have been in years. But high poverty remains in some neighborhoods. Atlanta is 53% black and 40% white, according to U.S. Census estimates. Political analysts have predicted that African American voters would determine the election's outcome, but many of the city's most formidable challenges transcend race. Among them are transportation, public safety, and affordable housing. As rents and home prices soar, some longtime residents struggle to stay in their neighborhoods, and face challenging commutes if they move out. Some speculated an ongoing federal probe of corruption in city contracting under Reed's watch would encourage voters to take a fresh look at Norwood. And some feared that as an independent from the upscale Buckhead neighborhood, Norwood would prove to be a stealth Republican, serving up City Hall to Georgia's deep red political apparatus. As voters went to the polls Tuesday, some downplayed the influence of race.